Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Many people don't like to talk about this topic, taboo. They consider it something that, is very difficult to speak about. Fortunately, we are responsible to speak about these topics. We have to in a respectful way. The Prophet ﷺ addressed it in a very beautiful manner. Fi budu'i ahadikum sadaqa. The word used is so respectful. To fulfill the base desires of your spouse, there is a charity in it. So it's
an act of worship.
It's an act of worship with the right intention. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum were obviously surprised that they asked a question, O Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, if we fulfill our base desires, would we get a reward for that? So he asked again in a question to say, do you see, if you were to fulfill it in haram, would you be sinful? They said yes. Well, he said, well, then if you do it in the halal proper way, then you would achieve a reward. So that's one thing we need to understand. When a person gets married, people say, you can't marry for sex. Then sorry, why did you get married? It's one of the main things. It's not perhaps the factor, but it's one of the main factors.
Part of the package, yeah.
Yes, it's one of the main parts of the package. In fact, so much so that if a person is unable to satisfy his spouse either way, then they have a right, the other spouse has a right to file for a nullification of it, because you can't fulfill my rights. It's important. I protected myself from haram for what? In order that I get the halal. If I'm not going to get the halal, this is why the Prophet ﷺ says, under certain circumstances, you could be sinful for not facilitating something that is absolutely halal, because where do you expect them to go? A lot of the times we get people saying, you know what, I won't give in to my husband. Imagine if the husband said the same thing about the spouse. I won't give in. Why talk like this? You are married. Part of that marriage in Islam includes the issue of intimacy. It's part of the aqd. It includes the intimacy.
And we're going to unpack all these issues in details, inshallah.
We will unpack the package.
Yes, we have to unpack this in great details, because this video, I think, is going to be very important for people who have those doubts. Can I say no to my husband if he requested me for, intimacy, and all these questions? We want to unpack it in details.
So the two things I wanted to mention as an introduction. One is, consider it an act of worship with the correct intention. Go out of your way to fulfill it in order not only to please your spouse either way, but in order to please Allah and to earn a reward. And secondly is that make sure you understand that you have to make an effort, you have to try, you have to, like Dr. Muhammad said, cleanse yourself, keep yourself clean, neat, someone that the person you're married to would desire. So you look okay, you're prim and prop, you don't just do anything and everything that would make you look so unkempt, for example. May Allah make it easy.